Hey, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Talking Watches, another surprise episode as usual. I'm your host, Rich Buddy, and we're going to do some watch talk today. Thank you for joining. Let me remove this banner from my face and invite our guest who's backstage. We have a special guest today. You know him as the former Cardinal, the excommunicated one. He who is banned from the world of Zoltar, that would be the one and the only, the Wranger. Welcome, Mr. Wranger.
Well, thanks, but believe it or not, I exiled. Well, I was not exiled
yourself.
I left the that world. So
that's funny.
We abandoned that world. We kind of left our positions in the petting zoo. And that way, and that's when the junior varsity team took over.
That's right. He needed some new punters after everybody split. I'm personally just busy myself. Yeah, and I got enthralled in other hobbies. You know, where's Bud at? I invited Bud. He must be busy.
Yeah, that was. Didn't you hear that ding? Still in Miami, my man. Sorry, I'll be back after the 4th.
Oh, no, I didn't see that. Oh, okay. I missed it. So how are you? It's been a while since we talked, about a week.
A little bit. Just living life, trying to get through the day.
Yeah. Congratulations, by the way, on completely quitting vaping and smoking. Congratulations, man. That's quite a task. Quite an accomplishment. But hey, so fill me in here, man. Look, I've been busy in the world of non-fungible tokens. You know, I've got a lot of money vested in those things. So naturally, it makes sense for me to spend a lot of my time in that rather than places where I'm not.
Are you not enjoying it?
I never even actually thought about what that term means. You being an attorney probably have a better sense. What would that term mean to you, non-fungible?
See, I always thought of actually mushrooms as fungible.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Ray?
Okay, fungible. I'm just contracted for
Lucien,
without an individual specimen being specified, able to be replaced or replace by another identical item, mutually interchangeable.
Oh, there you go. So that actually makes sense. Non-fungible. All right. So it has a defined meaning. I didn't even.
Well, they used to have these things called books, and we used to open them and read them and shit.
And I kicked myself out.
I've done that before too.
You know what it is? It's on the Apple mouse. You accidentally sideswipe left.
Yep, and it interprets it as a go back reference. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how
I have done that so many times.
Anyway, okay. So I've been fill me in on the Timepiece
using more than one finger.
Fill me in on the Timepiece gentleman thing. From what I understand, this is all I know. I haven't even checked. I'm not subscribed to him. I haven't looked. I haven't investigated it. I have an idea in my own mind what's happened, but
fill me in what's going on. Remember me talking years ago about Marco and Anthony, or I called them Sharko and Spamthony, down in Dallas? Probably not.
No, not really. I mean, is he the watch dealer you always referenced going to, and nobody knew about him at the time?
No, that's Uberoki, slightly different.
Okay.
But I was referencing. See, I kind of used to be okay. Before, what happened is petroleum prices used to be really high, and of course, where I'm from, my whole corner of the flyover states, energy producing states.
What prices?
Then oil prices and gasoline prices took a giant dump.
Oh, okay.
So our states got hit really hard. So I had a habit of running down to Dallas and looking for, that's why I was going down there and getting like Explorer 2s for like $3,500 or whatever. And that's that or the other.
Uh-huh.
But towards the end of that, I'd have people saying, basically contact me. Wait, is this Marco? Are you with Marco? You got to swear to me you're not associated with Marco. I'm like, who the hell is Marco? And the trouble is, and I kind of came across them. Then again, I was much younger at the time. Sorry, I came across them when they were kind of starting out, and they're kind of competent. They're kind of, if I was interested in something, they would be the spoilers because, like for instance, it used to be like someone had a Submariner, and you'd contact them, and then of course 7-hour round trip away, especially if they put it up during a weekday, you can't just up and just run down there at a moment's notice. What am I doing? When's my court? When are they available? Is there a place that would authenticate it? The timepiece. Well, so people ask me, I'd have to talk to other collectors in Dallas, and they'd have to make me swear that I had nothing to do with Marco, which I didn't. But these guys were spoilers because in the time that it took me to coordinate, meanwhile, they would just hop down in a car with a wallet filled with cash, with a huge bankroll or two in the glove box, and beat me out on everything.
These guys,
yeah. And then what they would do is they would sell it either locally, or sometimes they'd try to start selling stuff out of the area.
But you didn't really know who they were at the time?
Well, I did meet Marco a couple of times. Our paths did cross.
Oh, okay.
And I think I sold him a watch. I think I may have remember. Oh, as a matter of fact, remember that 2-ton Yachtmaster with the blue dial?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he was the one that bought that.
Okay.
And basically, what was the nice thing about it is that he would pay a fair price, and he would run up to the city, and it's just like, so I can sit here on my fat ass and make him do all the driving. Nice. And if I'd go down there, a lot of times I would call him up, or chat, meet somewhere, have a cup of coffee, just a casual conversation for a little bit before I jumped in the car and drove back up here.
Yeah.
One of those sort of guys, and when you talk to him, he was the one that, if you said anything involving watches or valuation, you could almost hear the adding machine going in his head. And then you could almost hear it because he was calculating, okay, this is how much this is worth. This is how much I could sell it for over here. This is how much I could sell it for over here. I need to buy it for this much.
Yeah.
Literally, just instantaneously, like not Mr. Data from Star Trek speed, but pretty damn quick.
Yeah.
And of course, what is it? One of those things it's like he knew the cost. He knew the cost of everything and the value of nothing. Shark, but there's a reason I gave him the nickname Sharko.
Mm. Okay, so how long have they been around?
Meanwhile, and Anthony, looking around, I'd come across places over.
Oop, we lost you. We lost you, buddy.
Sure.
Your audio's going in and out.
I'm right here. Nothing's wrong. I can hear you just.
Lost your whole last sentence. Can't hear you at all right now, man. You're completely gone. I'll let you know when you're back, but as of now, we don't hear you at all. Come on, Rancher. Talk to me, baby. Talk to me, baby. Oh, man, it seems like we have technical difficulties. Man, we were just about to get into the topic. Let's see if he rejoins, and we'll give him a minute. Let's give him a minute. We're not doing nothing anyway. Anyway, I guess he's not going to be coming back. Maybe we'll try to do this again if he gets his audio fixed. Let's give him a chance to reboot it. Let's see. I'm texting him. Hold on. Let's see what he says. I'm going to ask him if he's rebooting or just cancel. Okay. He said to give us a minute. Let's give him a minute. I haven't heard anybody complaining about Timepiece Gentlemen splitting or anything like that at all. So if you ask me, I don't see anything. Are any of you guys customers? And did any of you guys get... did any of you lose money? I don't think anything happened. He just decided to get off YouTube and stuff. Who cares? Is that a big deal? I would imagine if that people lost money, you'd be hearing a lot of people complaining on YouTube and everywhere. Where's my money? Where's my money? But I don't see anybody complaining, so I don't see anybody losing $1. I haven't been following the whole thing. If there's some kind of a marketing thing going on, then every single customer of his is in on it because nobody's complaining. So, and I mean, I don't really care that they're all. To be honest, I'm not particularly fond of any of those YouTube watch dealers. Which one of them isn't shady? Which one of them isn't shady? Right? So come on, Rancher. All right. We'll cut this in a minute. And if he gets his stuff sorted, I'll post another stream. Did anybody lose money? See, there's nobody in the chat even saying, where's the dude at? I lost my money. Where's the guy at? Ain't nothing happened, man. Everybody that was in that YouTube video the other day on Roman Sharf's channel, they're all involved with it. That much I can tell you. So, and who's the guy with the Scottish accent? Who's that fat ass with the Scottish accent on that live channel? Do you know who I'm talking about? Anybody know who that fat Scottish fuck is that was on Roman Sharf's channel? I fucking can't stand that fucking guy. Jonathan, is that his name? Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. He's a fucking jackass. Can't stand that motherfucker. It's like the second time I've ever seen him. I don't like that fucking motherfucker. Whoever that fat fuck was. He's a fucking...
Hey, don't talk to me. Do not talk about me that way.
Yeah. Hey, who is that? Who is that ass, that fat ass that's on that that came on Roman Sharp's Live's channel? He has his own watch show and shit.
Nico?
I don't know.
Does a little bit of a beard, curse a lot?
He has a Scottish accent or something like that, Irish or Scottish accent. I'm slurring my words. Yeah.
Well, he hates Archie, so, obviously I kind of like him.
Well, I can't stand that fucking prick.
Yeah.
So what happened with Timepiece, gentlemen? So look, is this just like a promotion thing, or what happened? He just bailed off YouTube and everybody. Yeah. Do you know anybody who's lost money with the dude?
No, I don't. Now, when it was going on, see, I dealt with Marco so often. I still have his phone number, so I called him. And the little thing popped up, said, "Hey, I can't really take phone calls, text." So I'm like, "Hey, Clyde, I've just been hearing stuff. How's it going? It's been a while." Didn't hear anything, so I basically said, "Hey, I'd like to sell this Royal Oak offshore. How much do you think? How much do you think you guys could give me for it? I'm pretty desperate." And then when he didn't respond to that, I'm like, "Uh-oh, must be serious."
Oh, so this was just recently. So you were testing the waters. Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, what I've been told is, like, on their channel, they're saying, actually, wait, let me look for.
So you've sent texts back and forth about watches to that phone number before many times?
Scandal revealed. Upcoming event. So it's going to be on July the 6th at 5:30.
Is what? What's that? July? What's on it?
The Timepiece gentleman.
Oh, he's doing a YouTube or something?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's what's, yeah. Now, on the other hand, one of my people got with me and sent me, pulled up something involving lawsuit involving a civil suit in Dallas. And apparently, someone contracted him to do some sort of clothing line and sued him, and sued Anthony. Unless there's another Anthony Farrar, but they actually make reference of TPG and the listing. And basically, it's set for trial on a civil trial on July 6th.
Oh, interesting.
Interesting. So it's kind of interesting.
But what's that involved? What's the involvement?
I think the guy was designing and coming up with a clothing line for TPG.
You're a professional guy, and I used to be a professional guy. And I've taken a punch in somebody.
And the other thing I was wondering about is who the hell would set a trial for the day after Independence Day holiday? I mean, God, that's got to be the shittiest scheduling.
Oh,
yeah.
But
I almost wonder one attorney was wanting to give the finger to the other attorney so much that he'd screw up his own holiday weekend for it.
Actually, it's the defendant who gets screwed because the defense attorney is not going to work on his case over the weekend.
Well, in this case, it would be Anthony.
Yeah,
it would be Anthony.
But no, really. I mean, as a non-attorney, my advice to somebody who's getting an attorney is never have court dates or anything scheduled right after holidays, because nobody's going to look at your case or pay attention to it in the days leading up to it. I'm not going to give up my Super Bowl to look over some schmuck criminal case. What do I care? Right, Rancher?
Yeah, exactly.
But what I was going to say is that, you're a professional. I'm a professional. I talk a big game, and sure, like I said, I've laid people out before when I've gotten mad. You know, I'm not a pussy, but we're still, for the most part, I'm a professional. I'm just trying to say, but what I'm trying to say is that we wouldn't be buying watches or dealing with people who are felons or who have previous frickin' prison records. You wouldn't, would you? I wouldn't. I don't deal with those. I don't deal with those kind of people.
Well, no.
Why would you? Right.
Well, keep in mind there depends upon everything else. It's just like what was the prison record for? In this case, it's for DUI. If I'm remembering right, I think I remember reading that his prior criminal records for DUI driving.
Is that all? Is that all it is?
Yeah.
I mean, well, you know, I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't discount that. I mean, people who've lost kids and stuff to that, it isn't. You shouldn't discount it, but it isn't like armed robbery or something like that. At least,
right.
I guess
it's not. It's certainly not a crime of moral turpitude.
There you go. Right.
And something to show that the person is inherently untrustworthy.
Just inherently stupid.
No, oh my God. Stupidity. If stupidity was a criminal offense, Jesus. You think we got enough people? We got enough people in prison now, for Christ's sake.
To be honest, I thought he got locked up for like serious stuff. I didn't think it was DUI. Didn't cross my mind. But anyway, I mean, I can't imagine anybody wanting to deal with them after this stunt they pulled anyway. Whatever, if it was a marketing ploy, it definitely isn't going to help them. If they think it's going to give them more publicity, which it is, but then somebody's going to want to deal with them, I don't think it's going to benefit them in that way.
Well, like I said, it's interesting, but Lux report. Okay, the Timepiece film exposed. Lawyer speaks on TV. Jesus, that's stupid. Yeah. How do I put this? I don't want to say I don't care. I don't want to say that I don't care because that would make me sound uncaring.
Don't care about what?
The scandal.
Oh.
And
I honestly don't. I just didn't have anything that, like I told you in the morning, I said, man, I don't really, do you have anything to talk about?
I guess I should be thankful for these two because they have saved me from putting all sorts of wear and tear on my cars, driving down to the former oil fields, like half the weekends and whatnot. But come to think, I might want to look. Maybe they might not be down there in Texas soaking up all the bargains now.
Well, I would imagine that if something negative happened, even right here on this live stream, you'd have at least one person in the live chat being like, "Where's my $2,000?" You know?
Yeah.
You know, and there isn't even a single person on any channel.
They may. Well, that's assuming someone sent them $2,000.
I'm sure a lot of people sent them,
or could be maybe they got a quiet email saying, "Hey, this is what we're doing," or
they're all in. Everybody's in on it.
Would you want to be would you want to be one of the people that admits, "Yeah, I sent them $2,000," because you'd be, I know how they would be treated by everyone else on the channel, and how I would treat them.
Oh, but there would be at least one person coming up to say where I lost my money to make it real. And there hasn't even been one person anywhere claiming that they lost money. So we know nobody lost any money. That's a given.
Now there are people basically saying I have a watch on consignment with them, and I have not heard anything, and I'm nervous. And I've contacted them wanted my timepiece back. And I can't remember where. Of course, that's what one person was alleging. But the other thing about YouTube, under the covered anonymity, you could have, literally anyone to just go change their avatar, put up a phony name, and claim anything they want to. So,
right. Anyway, yeah, it is odd. It's weird.
And if they shut down or whatever, well, hey, I might be making some drives down to DFW then on the weekends.
Hey,
Or
let me ask you something else, man. You seen these guys like Roman, how he's flaunting his fucking French villas and Italian mansions and his arena of Lamborghinis and shit like that. Do you think a watch dealer should be making this kind of money?
I think they're certainly capable of where the market is right now, but I don't. Okay, I don't think it's a good idea, just simply because, just where I'm from, everyone's very stoic and very conservative, and it doesn't matter if you are pulling down serious bank, you never ever admit it. At the most, you want to say is, "Well, we're getting by. We're keeping ahead. We're keeping ahead of the creditors." You never talk about. Then again, you've got two types of customers. Number one, you've got the people. It's just like, well, I only want to deal with someone who is successful. If someone has the big store in the big McMansion and drives the 6-digit vehicle, obviously they must be making the right moves.
You know that latter interpretation, I think, is how poorer people or people who didn't have money and now they have money, or that's how the new person thinks. The real person with money doesn't think that way. I think the real person with money sees that and runs away from it.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because I studied under one of the top 3 financial planners literally in the country. He had his, we were on the radio and everything. And he taught me that. He didn't show up in his $120,000 911 to work. He showed up in an old, needed to be painted Bronco 2. And he explained to me why. And it was exactly what I said to you.
And so people, because people would underestimate them, among other things. Yeah, because we actually, way back in the day, this is, but there's a guy, and I'll just call him Ray. Ray always had looks like 4 days worth of stubble on his face. He'd be walking around overalls and a Dickies work shirt and be driving a Ford Ranch. It was either an El Camino, an old El Camino. This is before they became cool again, or a Ford Rancher. I think it was an El Camino.
Right.
That old sucker must have literally owned 1/4 of Oklahoma City.
Right.
And it's the same. The last thing he did was to let anyone know what he had.
Right.
If anyone would look at him and just not give him a second thought. So the one sort of customer wants to look for someone's success. The other one wants to look. basically thinks for if they go into someone's office and it's got a bunch of oak paneling, and if someone's sitting behind a $10,000 desk, they'll be thinking this guy or this gal must really overcharge.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a let's say you're a delivery driver and you're going to a regular customer frequently and you're wearing a Rolex bluesy, and you weren't before. Maybe they were tipping you $5 or $10 every time you went. Now you're wearing the Rolex bluesy. You're probably not going to get the tips anymore.
Yep.
That's the reality of it. I really think so. So I think they're making too much money, and I think it's reflected in. So the watch prices being as high as they are,
because
are reflected in their lives. It's reflected in their lifestyle.
Are all middlemen. They're all middlemen.
Yeah,
and they weren't there. So you have all these. So when someone flips a watch, someone buys it from the AD, says, sells it. Then it goes from one dealer to another dealer to another dealer to another dealer and to another dealer, and until like God knows how many middlemen have their hands on it before it's sold to the to another end user customer. But for everyone that touches that watch, the price goes up.
Yeah.
And even looking at and of course the the Timepiece Stillman. I watched the intro once or twice because it has some good footage of downtown Dallas, frankly. But you can tell someone actually had some halfway decent, skills putting that video together. With someone with a professional background. But it's showing all these people. I'm thinking none of these guys are working for free.
And they also make it out to be that they make very small margins on these flips, when in fact they're making they're making usurious margins.
Yep.
So Roman Sharf will make a video, and you'll see a video where it looks as though he's making $1,000 on a watch. That's how he makes it out to be, dude. I have no doubt he's just bullshitting you in the YouTube video. And he's actually making, $6,000-$7,000 on that watch, not $1,500, and he's only fronting those numbers for the video's purposes. Come on.
Well, now keep in mind though,
you're not going to get to a French villa making $1,000 per watch,
unless it depends how many watches you're flipping, how many watches you're touching, and this is why. To be fair to Roman, says Vince Slap Shopper, he also sells jewelry, so margins are a lot higher in those goods. Yeah, that's true. It's one thing. The Drama Mama also dealt with diamonds, so the more people that touch that thing, the more the price goes up, and there's a lot of people now crowding the market. A lot more middlemen than there ever were before, especially these little idiots like Watch Trading Academy. Every once in a while, I'll flip on a YouTube channel and that commercial will come on, and I almost want to hurl watching it. I literally feel the cereal level of disgust.
I haven't seen it.
You should be lucky. You're lucky. I wish I'd never see that thing again. But
look, there's one channel that I have that's beautiful. It's just beautiful. And they're Watchbox Studios, Tim Masso and those guys. I love how they do everything, including their channels. Why are they so hot? I like how they operate.
Well, and Watchfinder is my favorite.
Look, Tim can talk about $1 million Ferraris and anything he wants, but you don't know if he has one or not. He's not flaunting anything, and right, so I don't know.
Right. So
me, I'm on here just on YouTube having a little fun because I got nothing to do. And I don't even have nothing to flaunt. So my shitty little boat, I definitely don't have shit to flaunt. So I'm on here just having fun with my crap. I need to get rid of that boat. It's getting too old now.
Hopefully your wife doesn't get the same idea.
Man, you know what? It's the 1-year lease on the dock is up, coming up in a couple of months. I have to renew the 1-year terms on the dock. It's $400 a month. And I need to sell the boat for 10, 15 grand. I don't want to get stuck in a 1-year lease on that dang dock now. It's very difficult to pull the boat out of the water and deal with fixing it and cleaning it and selling it when your freaking back's broken, Right. Not something I want to be under the gun to do, but now I have until like the end of July to get it done if I want to do it. So we'll see.
Well, Vince Slapchopper says there's a reason TPG said he wanted to rebrand and target the female market by selling jewelry. Making $1,000 profit from a stainless steel Rolex is too much hassle for the reward. Uh, see, I don't know. The all these people, all these middlemen are what's driving the price up, frankly. And of course, even Roman Sharf was talking about that.
But $1,000, that's a huge percentage.
Not if you're buying a watch for $14,000, a watch with an MSRP of $10,000. Not if you're buying it for 14 and selling it for 15, unless you're literally just selling like 10, 15, or 20 a day.
Well, the bottom line is these watches didn't appreciate by themselves. They had to get stepped up by somebody,
And it's all the middleman that's doing it.
So,
it's not
anyway.
Okay,
Yeah.
please, I'm trying to think. It's Weiler. Okay, I had a Weiler diver at one point. Uberoki early on, years and years ago, showed me a Weiler's diver with an internal diver vessel, and basically he's like, "This is the perfect type of watch." And he said the reason why it's the perfect type of watch is that the person selling it often has no idea what it is, and the person buying it knows exactly what it is.
Which watch was this specifically now?
Weiler, I was just telling you, a Weiler's.
Yeah, I heard that. I'm not familiar with the brand.
Of course not, because it's not Rolex.
Right.
Exactly.
Why would I care? Oh, I miss those moves. I used to hate those moves. Now I realize how much I miss them. Oh.
Well, and at first, before, it was just like, talking about pay pigs and everything else like that. And that's, God, it's astounding how many people know nothing about Rolex. I mean, know nothing but Rolex. And are those traders? Well, and like I said, so like Sharko, for instance, from our friends down south who may have momentarily disappeared. Literally, he could just calculate values or trade in or whatever, just the top of his head, but knew almost hardly anything about the watches by themselves, about anything that he couldn't gain by watching someone else's video about the watch.
I mean, those guys literally knew nothing about watches. They didn't even know the reference numbers or what Rolexes existed or didn't exist. Have you seen some of those videos?
I'm not surprised, but they knew exactly how much they trade for.
Yeah,
to the penny, and those are the sort of people that's.
I mean, somebody pulled up a Nautilus or something that was just like a common watch, and the Timepiece gentleman was like, "Oh, I've never seen that before. What is that?" I mean, it was just like
Wow.
"What the fuck? You don't even know what that is? You must have literally only seen watches for the last couple of months." I mean, he hasn't even been in watches more than how long have they been in watches? Based on your experience with them dealing in Dallas and stuff.
Maybe 4 years.
Oh, that's a lot longer than I would anticipate.
And it's hard to tell especially because this last year was a lot lost year. This last year was eternity in the snap of a fingers at the same time. So 2020 has completely screwed up my dimension of time.
Totally has.
But it's been a while. It's been a while since I went to Dallas. It's because of these guys.
Yeah, we're all stuttering, man. We get old and tired and flustered, and we don't really care about what we say anymore. That's what it gets to.
Some of us still do.
Okay. Any watches on the horizon or anything that you're going to get rid of?
Possibly. Everyone's talking about it, but you know, that offshore in the bracelet.
You're looking to get rid of that one.
Yeah.
You should make out pretty well with that, even offing that.
Well, here's the other question. It's just everything has gone nuts. Everything has gone. There have been watches. I've picked up a few, like a month or two ago. Like May, I was picking up some stuff. And literally, I would pick a reference up, and then I'd receive it, and then like literally the next week or two, they'd gone up at least 40% or become almost unobtainable.
Well, you know what? To be fair to all those knucklehead YouTube watch dealers, because to be honest, they're all knuckleheads.
Yeah.
Even though you could still be a knucklehead and make money. But to be fair to all those knucklehead YouTube watch dealers, I know Bud's dealt with a lot of them, particularly Roman and Eric from CRM, and he's had good dealings.
Really from CRM.
Yeah, he's had good dealings with them. I mean, they've given him good money for his watches when he wants to get rid of them. You know. So. Well, that's I do think what they've done though.
And like I said, I think they're all these watch dealers. You know, they have the watch deal. The only way a watch dealer can be successful is beat the crap out of anything that they're buying and puff it up, puff it up, whatever, when they're selling.
You know what I think they were doing specifically were like they were buying watches off people, like they'd buy a few watches off Bud that Bud wanted to get rid of, right? Bud made his little bit of money when you flip a watch, right? And what they would do is they wouldn't flip it right away. My opinion is they knew the watch market's still going up, and they're not looking to get in and out of a watch like you, me, or Bud would be looking to get in and out of a watch. That they're buying the watches. They know the watch market's going to continue to rise. So all the watches they've bought from people, they hold on to them for 2 months, and then they sell them and get that additional 2-3 month appreciation, which is pretty substantial. So I don't think they flip them so quickly. I think they'll hold them, gain a few months appreciation, and then move them. There he goes again. That his Wi-Fi's been having problems. He had a really good signal this whole time until right now. But I think that's what they're doing for sure. They're holding on to them. I think that's a good strategy because in a bull market, a bull watch market, I think that works out for them because in a bull watch market, they hold for 2-3 months.
Oh, yeah.
And everything's going up. There's only going to be one time where they get caught with their pants down. And that's right when the market turns around and starts going down. They're going to have to recognize, okay, shit, we better stop buying everything. Stop buying. And then just start selling. They're going to have to recognize that top. But until then, I think it's a good strategy what they're doing. Buying, holding for 3 months and reselling for 10% appreciation or whatever, right?
Well, yeah. And here's the thing, though. That's what made Rolex so the hype watches, when you could still halfway find them, is what made them so good is that, you would just buy and hold, and eventually you might be a sucking negotiator. You may have overpaid, but that's all right. Yeah. Give it 2, 3, 4 months and the market will overtake it. But that works great until it quits working.
Right.
But there's a lot of people, some really killer collections. and I ones with the great collections, even a couple I think could even be termed super collectors, but a lot of them are basically just sitting it out.
Sitting
the watch market, saying it, nope, holding on.
I mean, if they're concerned about values, and that's a primary concern, I'd be offloading my collection right now. That's what I would be doing.
Well, that's why I'm saying if there is a watch that you have fallen out and that you've fallen in out of love with, this is a great time.
Yeah, we've been saying that for a couple of years now.
Yep.
And
at least you remembered something I said. Good, thanks.
Yeah, we've been saying that for a couple of years now, and it hasn't changed. It's crazy. Look, I was trying to sell my Submariner that was just serviced from the Rolex for $9,500, right? My sub date ceramic.
Right.
What's that thing worth now? 12?
I don't know. You'd have to go online and look.
Yeah.
But the only thing I have to wonder is anyone actually buying them at these prices?
Yeah, I think they are. That stock market is at an all-time high. You know, same thing with the crypto market. You know,
I think if the bottom starts to fall out of it, yeah, I think you'll start to, yeah, you'll start noticing when it's just like, hey, everyone's having some really good sells all of a sudden. When you see that happen, it's like, uh-oh.
And then the stimulus checks are going to start next month or this month in July. Did you know that? More stimulus checks.
Well,
I get you won't believe this probably. Do you know what the stimulus is? You're not going to believe me if I tell you.
Well, how much?
Okay. I'm getting wait, where's my calculator? Damn it. Okay, let me use my phone. I'm getting for my oldest kid, I'm getting $500 a month for 6 months. And for my youngest kid, I'm getting $600 a month for 6 months. 500 and 600 per kid for 6 months. So I'm getting $1,100. That's $6,600 stimulus that I'm getting over a 6-month period right now. So, I mean, they're going to keep the market going.
Well, eventually, even Biden, even the Democrats will have to stop printing money. But
I think that's up to like 130 grand per married couple or something like that. You know, I don't have any earned income anymore, so I'm getting everything that comes. You know.
Well, it's insane. It's insane. But on the other hand, we need to get this virus behind us.
Yeah, I'm scared to death of it because I'm not vaccinated right at all, and I don't know if I'm going to do it. But okay, both my kids are sick, not with the COVID, but it's just a reminder that they can get it. You know.
Yep, and bring it right back to Daddy.
You know, they went to a funeral and came back sick.
Yep.
Fuck.
But have you heard that what they're saying now is even here in the flyover states is that the people that are still going to the hospital with COVID and dying of COVID, it's people the new Delta variant, and they're the unvaccinated.
Oh, thanks for the reminder.
That's right. And they say it's steadily creeping up, and they're saying this new Delta, it's much more transmissible, but it's much more virulent. So,
you know, I'm kind of counting on the possibility that I might have already gotten it when it first came out. my wife seems to think that we all got it already, the most mildest form, the first month that it was around, a couple of years ago or whatever. So,
okay.
There's definitely something up with them not wanting to check the population for existing antibodies. And my biggest thing is, if you're going to give a vaccination, why aren't you testing for the antibody before you give the vaccination? You should want to know what the statistics are if you're the CDC, and you shouldn't be allowed to accept a vaccination shot unless you've provided an antibody sample to be tested for antibodies. You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever gotten a flu shot?
No.
Wow.
Maybe that's why I'm still alive. Man, I don't get sick, bro. I don't get sick. Both my kids have been sick for 4 days. Fever, throwing up. I didn't get sick. I hadn't
gone to the doctor. I hadn't gone to the hospital for 30 years before I got the fucking virus.
Oh, shit.
Dude. All right. So let's quit talking about let's quit talking about the virus and your soon impending upcoming death and start talking about watches. Okay. Yeah. So and guys,
yeah, so my wife said, how do I find out how to get rid of
I want you to know when you go to the hospital and die from not getting the vaccine, that we'll have a memorial service for you on my channel, so that way Archie Luxury can't milk it for super chats.
Yeah. My wife asked me the other day, she said, how do I get rid of your watches if something happens to you? How do I know what they're worth? I said, just text Bud.
Yep.
He'll help you. So anyway.
Yes. All right.
I wonder when they'll be easier to get. Will there be a day when watches are easier to get? And do you think
it'll be the day after? It'll be the day after when people say, "Hey, Crown and Caliber and Luxury, everyone's having a sale on their watches."
Do you think that it's true that
Rolex watches going a good sale going? Man, everyone has a good sale going on these Rolexes.
Do you think it's true that Rolex is going boutique style only?
Well, I don't know. I mean, like I said, the Tudor, and I saw the Tudor, the Black Bay 58 in bronze. I looked at that watch and I liked it on the bracelet. And the fact that, and what happened with that watch, it makes me mad, is that they quit. Is that they're saying it's boutique only, and there are no Tudor boutiques in the U.S.
Logan Hall said he heard that Rolex was going to be an exclusive boutique brand only. And I was telling him, you know what, man, I think that's already sort of happened.
Well, see, I don't know. They'd be, if it's, man, because right now, though, I'd say for a luxury watch brand, Rolex has more ADs than literally any other brand I could think of.
And they definitely have a lot of clout demanding so much real estate inside a watch shop, right?
Yep.
I don't know how they get away with that right now when they don't have inventory to fill those empty shelves, and they still require.
Well, we gotta have inventory to fill the empty shelves, and the reason why is that dealers are selling them before they even are put in the shelf. Rolex views an AD contract as a license to print money, and they might be right. You can't tell Rolex anything because it's just like, hey, we're the most successful watch brand in the world, bitch. Like, are you going to help us be better? Probably not. We're doing all right all just by ourselves. So thanks a lot for your advice. But if you want to give us advice, you can use our contact phone. Oh, wait, we don't have one.
You know, the Chronometra Blues at $96,000. What impresses me at FP Journe is that the salesperson there told me that I have nothing to worry about when it comes to my Chronometra Blue order. he said, this is how FP Journe is different than other watch dealers, watchmakers. We respect our customers and we have loyalty to our customers. And when you're number 28 on a wait list, that means you're number 28 on a wait list. You're not going to get moved to 27. You're not going to get moved to 29.
So
you're I'm number 28.
So I'm sure if Chris Pine came by your AD and said, "Hey, I'd really like a I'd really like the FP Journe Chronometre Blue. Could you scoop me up, Lenny?" I'm sure they wouldn't move you back at all.
They wouldn't. They would not. That's already happened. Kevin O'Leary went to the Miami boutique to do that, and they told him to kick dirt. That's why he does not have a Chronometre Blue. They told him to kick dirt. Yeah. And that's why I'm telling you, I'm moving to that brand.
True. That's a great story.
It really is. And that's where I'm going. I got no reason to go anywhere else. I've got 2 watches committed, 2 purchases committed to them right now, and two purchases committed to Omega, and that's it. After that, I think I'm going to be 100% FP Journe. Yeah. I'm pretty confident.
Nice
about that. But it is amazing that they are like that.
Well, but I even think Tuner's going that way, because people are talking about, of course, one of the things I'm mad about is that the new Black Bay 58 bronze boutique only. But even the other ones, the Black Bay 58 925, it's the silver watch, and the Panda and reverse Panda chronograph, they're all still, people got all the ADs, the Tuner ADs, they got one of each.
Mm-hmm.
When they were announced. What I'm being told is nothing since then.
Yeah.
Nothing. So I would say Tuner's playing the game.
Yeah. I can understand how people get upset now when they can't get a watch from Rolex and then they end up hating the brand. If you're on the other side of the fence and in that position, I can empathize with you now, because I know how that feels with when it comes to like getting my Aquanaut, for example. I'm fighting to try to get that piece right now, But
I almost wonder if Rolex would be better off allowing its ADs to sell something over MSRP to legit customers.
If Rolex just increased everything across the board 40%, that would change everything. I don't think people want them to do that. So you either be happy with the gray market game, so that and get a watch at retail every now and then and benefit from that. I think that's better than them everybody raising their prices just across the board on the on the retail level. It's nice to get a Daytona for $13,500 when I did. Will I ever get another one? No.
I think I don't want them to see 2022 and increased production. Just for 1 year. If they did that, my God, that would be the way to knock out these great dealers out of the market.
Oh, that would hurt the value though tremendously. I know how that works.
Not after a year. Not after a year. That would actually, I think that would actually draw more people to it. Now, do you think people are looking at Rolex because they want a Rolex watch, or because they're wanting to flip it for a profit?
Oh, I mean, there's two different people. I definitely don't like the profiteers.
Which group do you think Rolex likes better?
I mean, I think they like a little of both, don't they? They like the people who appreciate the watches to help bolster their image and everything up, and then they like the people who help drive the prices up. It's a shared effort. Hey, I think we'd all rather have the prices unusually high than unusually low. We don't want all our collections to be in the shitters.
They wouldn't be shitters. That in itself, God, that is the sentiment that is running the watch industry for most people. So you're saying the same watch that you love, that you hoard, and doing all this stuff, that you would just basically get on your hands and knees and kiss your 80s ass and everything else. But on the other hand, if it quits selling for used above what you paid for it, then it becomes a shitter? Really? That's
no. I mean that the value didn't go to shit.
Okay.
If would we rather be in prices 10 years ago where Rolex Hulks are $7,000, $6,500? Would you rather be in that scenario today with your entire watch collection, or would you all rather be in today's scenario where the Hulks are worth $23,000? What scenario? Let's talk about that. What scenario do you prefer the watch world to be in right now? You personally, Rancher?
I'd rather it be the way it was 10 years ago.
Wow. Because you just want to buy watches and own them.
And own them. Yep. Exactly.
That's a true collector's answer. And yeah. I feel the same way, but there isn't really much I want to buy. So I like the fact that they're all worth so much more because I already have them. If I didn't have them already, then I'd be more inclined to agree with your answer. But because I already have them all and I don't really want any more, I'm glad they're up. That makes sense?
Yeah.
And you've got a shit ton of watches. So I would think you'd be more happy that they're up overall, because your net worth watch wise is going to be up considerably. Look at your birds, your rare birds, for example. Goodness.
It's insane. It's insane.
It's insane. Can you imagine 10 years ago you trying to get rid of any of those rare birds? How difficult it would have been.
Oh, it'd be like it'd be like trying to interest people in a squalite today.
Hey, you know which brand had a whole lot of watch hype and is completely just
Panerai.
No, Grand Seiko. Where's all the Grand Seiko psychos at that were all over YouTube that made you were even afraid to speak of Rolex because you were going to get jumped all over by Grand Seiko fans? Where'd all those people go? Didn't they all disappear? That was shorter lived than the hula hoop, wasn't it? That Grand Seiko hype. Are you on mute, Rancher? Can't hear you, man. you're talking. There he is.
All right.
I can hear you breathing now.
Yeah. And if the right cable log or the right creator at the right price, I would seriously pull the trigger on it. I think shitter is tomorrow's collectible, the way the market is going right now.
Yeah. Yeah, especially those old.
Oh.
You know which ones?
Then awesome.
Old watches that they make reference throwbacks to. That's what I think are going to be worth a lot of money. The new references, the old references that they make throwbacks to, like they made a throwback to the Navitimer, they make a throwback to the whatever, a certain Speedmaster. I think the old versions of those are going to be something to hold on to, you know? Top times. Oh, your internet's cut out again, man. Your internet is cut out, brother. Let's see if he comes back. So coming back to all that YouTube drama, man, I'm completely out of all that. I don't like to be involved with any of that YouTube drama. I don't follow. I'm not even subscribed to any of those channels. Not Timepiece, not CRM, not Roman, not Archie. I'm not subscribed to a single watch channel other than Watchbox. And not even to all of them, only to the Watchbox Studios because they do the live show. I'm just not interested in all the fake hype and behind the scenes anything. I have no interest in it. I do like Watch Talk, but none of those channels give any Watch Talk. I'm not into the reality TV, watch dealer reality TV stuff at all. So, and there, I don't think there's that many Watch Talk channels anymore. So that's the only reason I come back and started hanging out with a couple of the guys and start talking a little bit about watches and stuff. And I think as time goes on, I told Bud that I think we want to get back into doing like topics, having a few topics prepared, and we'll bullshit about a few topics here and then when we come on, rather than just coming on at random with nothing in mind. But I mean, it's been okay. It's been fine. So, okay, I think oh, he just popped back on. I was just about to say goodbye. All right, here we go. How's your connection now, buddy?
It's just one. It's fine. One more second, okay?
Yeah, okay. Dan sold his 16710 and regret it. Now looking for a better model C Dweller 40116600. I bet you the Rancher would have some really good suggestions and thoughts and opinions on that for sure.
Well, Dan, did you regret it? Why? Okay, Dan, why did you sell it? And why do you regret selling it?
There you go. See, told you could have some good ideas.
What? Yeah. I mean, the thing is, though, like I said, Patrick, guy God, this, Patrick down south of me, he really stepped up his watch collection game recently. But I remember he actually came by my office with like a Coke GMT and a Explorer 42 millimeter Explorer 2, and I took a picture of them side by side. Draped them both over my wrist and said, I would get so much shit on the internet for saying this, and he's like, I know, I like the Explorer 2 better myself.
That you know what, that one segment that Roman Sharf used to do, What's on My Desk, that's how I found him, and I used to watch that segment when he did that. I wonder if he still does that. That was cool. The What's on My Desk. Maybe that's why I stopped watching him, though, because he stopped doing it. I wonder if he
might be, or it could be,
or not,
or it could be who's on my. Never mind.
Yeah, what's with these 1 hour reality videos they do? They need to cut that shit out.
Because here's why. He's trying to shop it. He's trying to shop it to where someone at Netflix or whatever, or Amazon will look and say, oh my God, we could totally make a show at these and feature it. And it's already set up for it. They said they're already doing it. It wouldn't take that much to get them to convert it to, all we'd have to do is put in get someone with a better camera or someone with a little bit higher quality editing rig.
I see.
Yeah. But if that happens, it will not be good. It won't. I mean, that's what the Timepiece gentleman is trying to do as well.
I'll tell you what, it's not going to happen because there is just not enough genuine interest in the population for luxury watches. It's such a small niche thing.
Well, that's why they're trying to do it. That's why, God, I hate to say it, TPG would probably have a better shot because because you would have as many people watching for their dysfunctional personalities as much as the actual quote unquote content.
Look, I know.
Does your wife watch The Real Housewives of Atlanta or whatever, or Las Vegas because she's really interested to see how they clean their floors? No. She wants to see drunken bitches throwing wine and throwing cocktails in each other's faces and them fucking each other's pool boys. I don't
know why she watches that shit, to be honest, man.
Well, guess what?
No fucking idea, dude.
Yep.
It's such a waste of time, but I guess so is this, right?
Yep.
Hey.
Totally.
They're never going to have a reality TV show unless, you know what they're missing? You know what the kicker is? It has to be 100% geared to a big shot movie star, rock star, rapper coming in and buying a watch. And that's what every episode has to be about. And unless it's that every single time, it will never work.
The only person that could pull that up might be Producer Michael.
Producer Michael's guy.
Yeah.
The guy with the big white teeth.
Yep.
Now that guy can have the show. He's on a different level. But I have never seen any of these guys we're talking about deal with a superstar. Have you?
I don't watch these shows. I mean, I quit. I watch Market Wrap with Mike's Mangoes or whatever on the weekend because it's on the weekend before I watch Bill Sanders.
Yeah. I don't watch them either. But you would know if they dealt with any superstars. You'd hear about it. Hear about it. So it's the guys that are selling watches to Floyd Mayweather. They're the ones that are going to have the reality TV show. If these guys think they're gonna be the ones to have it, they're really so full of themselves. Come on, you got to sell a watch to a superstar every day to be able to have a show. So yeah, definitely that guy Michael, the producer, deals with. That guy sells watches to Floyd Mayweather, right? Yeah, that's the guy.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to probably get ready. We've been on a little bit over an hour.
Okay.
I've probably been on 20 minutes because of all the damned internet problems.
Man, it was cool to shoot the shit with you, though, about all kinds of different stuff.
It was.
And All right, man. We got our fireworks ready. We got our steaks ready. And tomorrow's the big day, man. We're just going to hang out here at the house and do fireworks, man.
It's great. Be
And
well.
just hang out. All right. Be good, Rancher.
All right.
Be good, everybody. See you guys later. Happy 4th of July and happy holidays. Peace.